What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Black Uchiha 3, long face, skinny body, got no degree. I'm still working on that part, and we back with some more fire anime content. You know the dealio. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Before we get into the video, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, because we finna get right down to the business, and it's getting serious right now, bro.
Solemnly swear, from this moment forward, that I will never lose again. Until the day comes, I will never be defeated.
Alright, so I hope a lot more of y'all are starting to agree with my initial thought that not only with Boruto, but also Kawaki will be forced to leave the Hidden Leaf Village. Now, initially when I gave that idea, I was thinking like they go away on the village together in order to figure out some of the secrets and essence behind the karma seals. But after the information we got in chapter 46, we learned that them niggas being together, it does not spell good for the rest of the shinobi world, because that's just the quicker route for Ishiki and Momoshiki to settle their beef on Earth. And you know that's not really going to be looking up for other niggas other than like Naruto, Sasuke, possibly Rock Lee, and the other few names. Everybody else is gonna die in the aftermath of their skerfuffle. So it's not a good idea to have Boruto and Kawaki like around each other after all of the information that this nigga Amato was able to give us. Now, chapter 47 still has some very crucial details to relay to us, and that is information on how to kill a motherfucking Otsutsuki clan member. And you already know, man, my head's been swirling around that idea for like endless amounts of hours of just like, what else could this nigga Amato possibly tell us that, I don't know, we haven't assumed or even guessed. I just feel like majority of the theories that have been placed in the Boruto community are actually well on, and y'all niggas are smart. We just a smart ass group of motherfuckers, right? But it's just a matter of what type of twists and turns are added to it, like us assuming that Momoshiki would take over Boruto's body. We knew that would possibly be feasible, but now it's like, oh shit, this nigga Momoshiki is not just taking it over, he's trying to overwrite Boruto's existence as a whole. So you know, it's just a little bit of added onto our already theorized ideas and shit like that. So now we have Boruto realizing that this nigga's gonna turn into Momoshiki, right? Sasuke's been asking questions leading up to, you know, the essence behind, the true identity behind Ishiki, Jigen, the Karma Seal, why Jigen's Karma Seal transformation resembles Ishiki, which what he saw in the Otsutsuki dimension. Now come to find out, Sasuke's suspicions and expectations were actually correct with this nigga Momoshiki trying to take over his pupil's body. Now Naruto learning all of this nigga's dumbfounded. He's like, yo, we're gonna have to figure out a way to basically stop or halt the process. And then Amato reveals that there is no way, you know, according to his knowledge. And I feel like if there was really no legitimate way to stop the Karma Seal, the writers like Kodachi wouldn't have added that part inside of Amato's dialogue, because it really wouldn't have been necessary. You just left it at, nah, there's no way to reverse the process of the Karma Seal. If there was not a way to like undo or slow the process, which my ultimate belief would be based off my last video is the Jogan's purpose for, you know, countering the effects of the Karma Seal. But if there was actually not a way, Kodachi wouldn't have added that into Amato's dialogue. There's no reason for you to say, at least to his knowledge, them that automatically be the case. Like, well, there's possibly is a way. It's just that Amato doesn't know of the way to slow down the fucking Karma Seal in a legitimate way, rather than just going with the quick and easy route. Like, yo, just off this nigga Boruto's dome, off this nigga Kawaki dome, head to Ichiraku Ramen shop and call it a day. Like, come on, Lord Seventh, you still got Himawari, Naruto Next Generations. Like, fuck is you niggas talking about, bro? So there's a whole lot of confusion, especially in the minds of Naruto and Sasuke in this case. And now I already anticipated Boruto leaving the village. Now with him and Kawaki, I honestly don't see them having the luxury of spending more time together in the future, after everyone learning that the more time they spend together, the more they both become powerful Otsutsuki members, and the closer the shinobi world comes to fucking playing in the ultimate god tree and having all of that chakra on the earth drained. So situations where Sasuke goes along with Boruto and, you know, possibly even Naruto taking fucking Kawaki out of the village, and most people will be like, well, you know, Naruto is Boruto's father, so why would he separate himself, not knowing how long? Because like this mission could take fucking years, weeks, months, days, who knows? But at the end of the day, everybody's life is in jeopardy, so they have to figure out some temporary solutions for the time being in order to better prep themselves for the future. So in terms of Kawaki and Naruto separating themselves away from everybody in a similar manner to how Sasuke should or would with Boruto after finding out all of this information, it would just be that, you know, this nigga Sasuke doesn't relate with Kawaki. Obviously, this nigga Naruto relates with Boruto, and Boruto has gotten that character development to the point where he's not that nigga that's like, yo, I always need my dad by my side, like where my pops are, you know what I'm saying? Not that there's anything wrong with that to a certain extent, but like this nigga Naruto has grown that bond with Kawaki, and it can be a sense where going back to episode 1 and chapter 1 of the manga where we see Boruto asking Kawaki, like, you know, like, was it really necessary to go this far, my nigga? It could be where Boruto's coming back from his training with Sasuke, you know what I'm saying, living like a Uchiha should. He's like, yo, what the fuck happened? Like, you and my pops were supposed to be going figuring out about y'all karma, so me and Sasuke's handling mine. All of a sudden, you telling me my pops going down, the village is destroyed. Like, what's going down, Kawaki? And this nigga Kawaki is still on that base. Like, bro, tell me where the last piece of the base at, and none of this shit would have never happened. Like, fuck all the karma shield talk. So is still a whole lot of confusion behind Boruto and Kawaki's relationship based off of the events we've seen in the first episodes. But for the mere fact is known that when we see them speaking, and it was already speculated before we even got the Karma Seal debuted in the manga, is like we see some sense of past relationship or some type of bond built between Kawaki that was automatically broken, or ultimately like trust lost in that scenario or situation. So Boruto asking Kawaki, like, I didn't think you go this far. It could be like, literally after Amato gives all of this information, everyone's put in a frenzy, and now Boruto's forced to leave the village, and it could be like, since that fucking moment of them being on the top of the Hokage's faces and fighting off against each other, like maybe Boruto and Kawaki haven't seen each other since these very events that are going down right now in front of our faces, because of the fucking predicament of them speeding up each other's processes of turning into alien parasites and shit like that. So now going into the details of Boruto's personal journey himself, I do believe that him and Sasuke will go rogue from the village, not the necessarily type of rogue that we think of, but they will definitely leave the village. Now, this is where I add on to my initial thought, because I've already said this in endless amounts of videos. This nigga Sasuke is going to go train Boruto. They're going to have a training montage. They're going to have to build their student-master relationship, especially if a majority of the fan base who already assume that Sasuke is going to die, they're going to have a whole lot more alone time together in order to build that relation, in order to have the ultimate loss of Sasuke affect Boruto much more, and rather just make it look like a fucking stupid ass pull inside of the story. So the bond between Sasuke and Boruto is definitely gonna reach its peak and grow further, especially after these events. Now, I do believe revelation of him not being sure whether there's a way to actually undo the Karma Seal other than straight up going for the kill of the Otsutsuki member, and he's gonna reveal how to actually kill the Otsutsuki member. Now, he said something that can possibly contradict that, because he says as long as there's a Karma Seal, the will and essence of a Otsutsuki member to become resurrected and revived will also remain. So I already explained how I believe the difference between Kawaki and Boruto's Karma Seal, with Kawaki's Karma Seal being empty, because, you know, Ishiki is currently inside of Jigen despite him having 2 Karma Seals granted upon Jigen and Kawaki, which results in Boruto's Karma Seal transformation being much more powerful than Kawaki's Karma transformation, even though Kawaki is a natural stronger fighter than Boruto. But even with all of that, Amato is still going to have to reveal how it is possible to actually kill an Otsutsuki member without actually causing any harm to both Kawaki and Boruto, because we already know this nigga Naruto's not finna stand for none of that shit. Now, with Boruto leaving the village, separating himself from Kawaki, because it's obviously a much needed situation in order to slow the effects, because who knows how long this shit will take. Sasuke might take things into his own hand, where it's like, you know what? Fuck it, bro. We not just finna train. We finna go to Otsutsuki Dimension after Otsutsuki Dimension to figure out not only just information on this Karma Seal, but I already told y'all, you know, the more and more we get deeper into Boruto's story, I feel like we're getting much more closer to having his Jogan actually appear, and possibly actually appear. Because one of the 2 things I really wanted to do, and they already gave us one of them, I wanted to see Naruto see Kashikoji himself, and we got that in chapter 46. Now, I want to see Sasuke see Boruto's Jogan. That's what I want to see. So now we just got one left, and I feel like they're going to handle this second thing in a very glorious manner and give it a whole lot of justice, kind of like how they did with chapter 46, because you already know, nigga Kashikoji pulled out the toe oil. Nigga Naruto was like, hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up, bro. So Sasuke and Boruto's journey after this point, especially in the upcoming future chapters, is going to be something I'm gonna have my eye out, because I'm looking forward to see how, whether it's not like Sasuke takes Boruto to these different dimensions, possibly coming across skulls, coming just across Otsutsuki information, Otsutsuki ruins, and then basically them exploring and expanding on the ideas and the details behind Boruto's hugely closely related genes and DNA, Otsutsuki related, all of that fucking blood and background, all of that shit. So they're gonna have to get more information, all of that, and it's gonna have to be something not just us as the reader and audience knows, but Sasuke, figures like Naruto, everybody else around Boruto is gonna have to understand, like, this nigga Boruto is basically an Otsutsuki, like, aside from the fact that he has Momoshiki's fucking karma seal, yeah, that's true, but like, this nigga is basically an Otsutsuki member in a shinobi's body, because he's only able to even harness the karma seal without any problems, unlike how, Kawaki's body has to be modified in order for him to have the karma seal. Nigga Jigen, he can't even fully have the karma seal, because, if this nigga Ishiki were to take over his body, he would die in a matter of days. So with Boruto's case, like, this nigga's completely compatible with that shit. Literally a Otsutsuki member living in a shinobi's body, like I said, and it's gonna have to be something that Sasuke's gonna have to come to the realization about in order to have this entire investigation move much more smoothly. They're gonna have to understand the essence of everything that they're dealing with. Now, I already told y'all, bruh, this nigga Boruto's gonna have to come across some Otsutsuki lands anytime soon. We already know he has 2 means of space-time ninjutsu, so them getting there and having Sasuke preserve his chakra isn't gonna be too much of a problem for me, because we seen in the anime, this nigga Boruto can open up portals with his eye, and then we see in the manga, he can open up portals with his karma seal. So what the fuck is really good, bro? But it's your boy Black Uchiha, long face, skinny body. These are my thoughts on, like, now Boruto's close future and relations with Sasuke, and just how him leaving the village is not only inevitable, but also the path that he's gonna have to take after that point, because we understand shit is not sweet no more, and it's gonna get real, boy. But it's your boy Black Uchiha 3, long face, skinny body. How do y'all feel about Boruto's fate and destiny in relations with Kawaki, in relations with the karma seal, and the automatic fate of them having to possibly leave the village, which would be the most logical fucking decision to make, because if them being together speeds up the process of destruction and fucking chaos on the shinobi world, them niggas might want to start social distancing at least just a little bit, you feel me? But holla at your boy, I'ma holla at y'all. Comment below, let me know what y'all think of the video, and let me know what y'all think of the content. Add your fucking ideas and thoughts on Boruto, on Kawaki, on Sasuke, on Naruto, on Jigen, Ishiki, all of that good shit. But until the next video, it's your boy Black Uchiha 3, yes sir.